Turning on the lathe is turning a square piece of stock into something round. The first thing we're going to learn how to do is we're going to learn how to make this replicate this candlestick. You can break the lathe down into several different parts. I'm going to break it down in 3 different parts and go from there. The first part that we're going to learn about is how to set up your stock to prepare it for turning on the lathe. First thing that we need to do before we get there is we have to draw a line from corner to corner on our square stock, corner to corner on both sides, so we can find the exact center. Another way to do that is to use this center finder. It has a fence. You can see the fence that goes around like this. You put that on the edges like that, and then take your pencil, and with your pencil then just draw a line down there, turn it, draw a line again, do that from all 4 corners, and that's what you end up with. So you get those lines. Well, the exact center is right there where I've made that dimple, and that's the center. You want to do that to both sides of your stock. So turning this piece on the lathe is called turning between centers. You've got a spur center here and a live center here. So when you take out our spur center out of the headstock, which is where the motor is, we do that by using the stick that we keep right back here. Every lathe in the shop has one. Green. Put your hand underneath here to catch this, but we put this rod in the motor and tap it out. Sometimes they're in there pretty hard and you really have to tap hard, and then it'll come flying out and you maybe catch it. We want to catch it because down inside here you can see where the spurs are. Well, this one's been dropped several times and you can see that they're getting bent. We want them to stay sharp. The next step that we are going to do with this, well, we're going to after we put that away, is we want to make sure that we can set this into our wood, so that, because this is what drives our stock on the lathe. And so we want to set it inside there. We want to take our stock to the ground. We want to take one of these wooden mallets, anything wooden. And the reason why we want to use wood rather than a metal hammer is because this is a tapered end, and when it fits into the machine tapered, if you hit metal on metal, then this will mushroom out and it'll no longer fit inside our machine. We'll have to buy a new one and could potentially damage that. So we want to hit this with a wood mallet. Anyway, we put that center spur, and we put that right in that center mark that we made, that we found. We just want to give it a whack and give it a dimple. That dimple, you'll see later, is where it sits inside the tailstock. On the other side, we want to take it, we want to drive it in there fairly good. Hit it 5 or 6 times. Because what we're going to do now with that is we're going to take it up to the lathe and we're going to mount it by putting that spur center back in the headstock, and we're going to take our tailstock and bring it up and put it in that center. You'll see that on each lathe, the tailstock has what's called the live center, and the live center has a sharp point like that sits inside our stock right there to help secure it and keep it between centers.